Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am sharing with you how to prepare for your first YouTube video. Okay guys, so the very first thing that you need to know is that you need to make sure that you have charged everything and you have extra batteries if necessary for lighting and things like that. So one thing that you'll notice is that the very first video that you make, you'll notice this later, is gonna take you a lot longer than you think. You have to spend your time wisely in preparing for this first video. So make sure that everything is charged up because it's gonna take you much longer than you think it's going to take. The next thing is to set your camera settings. So if you're using something other than your iPhone, make sure that you have all of your settings the way that you want them to look. So just kind of do a dry run and see what those look like. And you're also going to, if you're gonna use just daylight and you don't have professional lights or a ring light or anything like that, and you're just gonna use daylight, then make sure that your settings are set to that light, because if you start in the afternoon and then it gets dark, your settings are going to be different because the space where you are is going to be darker. So make sure that you have that set. The next thing is to test it. Test your lighting on your background and the way that it looks, and if you can, even check like what it will look like with the overhead lighting in the room that you're in, or if you have lamps and things that you can bring in for a little bit more brightness, if the only time that you can film like is at night or super early in the morning when you can have some peace and quiet if you're in a house with roommates or a lot of other people. So make sure that you test your lighting. Next thing is which style are you going to be using for filming. So this is more of a stationary type setting that I'm using right here, but you can also use a vlog type setting for recording. So you can be like this, or you can just hold the camera and you're filming yourself as you're moving a little bit. So give that kind of a dry run, record yourself doing both of those so you can kind of decide, do I want to sit here and just speak this way and be able to use your hands like I use my hands a lot, or do you want to do the vlog style? It just depends. For my modeling channel, I do more stationary type videos, but for my travel channel, I do a lot more of the vlogging style because of course I'm not really at a desk. I'm more moving around and traveling and showing a lot of different spaces and places around the world. So just depends on what your content is going to be, what style is going to work best for you. And don't be afraid to try a couple different styles and see how you like that too. The next one is edit when the content and the video is fresh in your mind. So don't record it and just let it sit there for a week. Go ahead and start your editing process. If you are filming on your phone, the editing process is going to take you a little bit longer to edit on your phone because the different apps are going to make it it's going to take a little bit longer. There are, some learning curves to these programs and even to these different apps. And although they try to make it a little bit easier on you, it is always really hard when you're first learning a new app or a new program. And if you're editing on the computer, again, allow yourself some time. It may take you a day or two to edit the video the way that you want it to look, but make sure that you take the time to edit it and make it look good. And then the last one is make sure that you have access to good Wi-Fi or internet service, because it's going to be pretty challenging to upload content if you don't have fast enough internet service. It's one of the things that we struggle with when we travel is sometimes in different countries the internet service is a lot slower, so it's a lot harder to upload our videos. So we kind of have to plan ahead. So when you're doing your very first video, make sure you are uploading it somewhere where you have good internet service, because it could be really frustrating and could take forever depending on the type of service that you have to upload your video. So So I hope these tips will help you out when you are recording your very first YouTube video. Leave some comments for me down below if you recorded your first one already and you already made some of these mistakes, or if you've recorded it and you have some other tips to share with the other subscribers. Like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you later.